Welcome to the bold analysis, ladies and gentlemen, and thank you very much for your support. Today, William Ruto led Madaraka Day celebrations, and the news coming from UDA party, and specifically the county of Embu, is a bad news on this day because it is seemingly clear that if President William Ruto wants to use UDA for 2027 general election, that party is no longer there, and whatever is remaining is a shell of a party. So the party chairperson has outrightly lashed out at Kindiki. Watch to the end so that you find the details of this. I've been forced to shoot this video outside. Yeah, I'm shooting outside, and that's why unasikia mbwa inabweka. I am still in Shinyalu, where I came here so that we can respond to a distress call to support Shosh here at Deborah. And the Deborah you are seeing in this photo, she had alikuwa na ugonjwa wa kifafa. So one day akanguka, 2 months ago, alianguka kwa moto. And because she did have support system, now alichomeka, but hakuwa ametibiwa in a very good hospital. Hakuwa ametibiwa. So when we arrived here, I sent my girls to just check into how that wound was, and the feedback that I've got ni kwamba the Shosh is in deep pain.
Hapata ni uchungu.
Naumia. Toi mkono hii kwanza. Toi mkono kwanza.
Inauma na ndani, inauma na ndani. Hii mkono before ulikuwa unabeba tu mzuri.
Alikuwa anakaa kama chomeka.
Alikuwa tu sawa, lakini sasa hivi huwezi.
So I've committed that tomorrow on Monday, we should be able to take her to a good hospital so that she can be treated. Aweze kutibiwa and the situation is arrested. And apart from this, when she comes back behind, even despite of all this pain, she's also homeless because the structure you are seeing there is what she's supposed to call her house. That house, iliharibika after it rained. So if you look at that structure, she's also in urgent need of a house because of that situation, she's been forced now to go and seek shelter kwa nyumba ya mtoto wake. And can I tell you how things are bad? Mtoto wake is this boy you are seeing here. He's also in scratches kwa sababu alipata ajali and is also trying to find a way na kama haizi akatembea. So the situation is very dire, but we said we want to respond so that we can take her to the hospital. That will be tomorrow. We'll get the feedback from what we'll get after tumempeleka. Then on Tuesday, we'll straight away start building. By the kesho tutaanza hata kununua miti so that on Tuesday tuanze kumjengea. By Wednesday, we should be done here. And all that, and that's why I'm reaching on behalf of this Shosh, the family, kindly. Let's do what we can. As someone was saying, we can try our normal 100 bob challenge, whatever you get. I believe that we'll be able to achieve this. Now, Cecil Mbarire, the Embu governor, is telling Kindiki that he should stop going to Embu and convene the night meetings. And allegedly, these meetings are planning on how they can replace her, number one, as Meru governor, as Embu governor. 2 things are involved. These night meetings is settling, is making the governor unsettled because of 2 reasons that I'm going to share with you. But because you want to get the context, listen to the angry governor talking about this.
Mimi mnajua mimi ni chairperson wa UDA party. Na kama kuna mtu amepigwa juu ya kusupport serikali ni mimi Karinda. ndivetwa ngathira lakini tendira ngai aikuo. Lakini nimeanza kuona kuna watu wameanza kunipangia njama, na ni watu wako kwa serikali ile mimi napigania kila siku. Those officers from Nairobi who are coming to Embu to hold night meetings to fight elected leaders, na wana heshima na wanajifanya wanaelewa siasa ya Embu kutuliko sisi. When we are working round the clock to fight for this government, tunaambia wakome. Wanajijua those officers, na wakiendelea I will mention them. Na niwaambie hivi, mimi ni wa before, nimekuwa katika siasa miaka mingi. Msiniletee, otherwise I will talk. Msiniletee vita kutoka Nairobi. Uniambie mmekuwa wapi wakati tumekuwa tukipigania William Ruto hapa Embu. Vita kubwa sana. Tukazunguka hii county na MCAs na deputy, tukisema kujeni tuingie kwa serikali tusaidie tuweze kusaidika. Sasa mnatutolea vita Nairobi, mnatuletea hapa Embu. Sitakubali. You know yourselves. Dare you come back to Embu again? Tutaonana mundu kwa mundu. Nengo rutakarinda mbekere muvuto ndekili namwe. Mwache kuniona kama mimi ni mtu holeo hivi. Mutikambose tamae maetomare. Mimi ni kiongozi elected by the people of Embu County, and you are going to respect me. Munipatie heshima vile na wapatia heshima. And do not take our support for President William Ruto for granted. Kama kuna shida, mtuite kwa meza, mtuambie kuna shida wapi. But musitulete vita hapa Embu. Sitakubali. Tembe tekera, ni mwambe tekeria. Mwagwa na ugambu mwaka kondevia. Mumere tetue tekera mbara Embu County na tetue kikera. Watu kosee heshima. Timikutano ya usiku mkipanga huku na mtaki kuambia mheshimiwa Muriuki, mkona watu mnachukua mbele South ati mkipanga, wengine mmechukua Runyenje, wengine mnachukua wapi, hamtuambii. Tinyinyi ndio mmejua siasa kutuliko. Shetani ashindwe. Neramera kam baby kam. Nyinyi officers tutajuana na tutangangana, na msifikirie mimi ni mtu wa kunichukulia hivi. I am a leader in my own right, and you will respect me and all the elected leaders in Embu County. Kama kuna shida, call us around the table. Let us discuss it. But do not disrespect us. Because if you disrespect us, we will disrespect you in return. Na netuise siasa. Totia kinyama by mistake. We didn't get here by accident. We got here because we are leaders in our own right. So respect us. Asanteni sana, ngai wa moya muradhime.
She explained, she made this statement during the Madaraka Day celebrations that were going on in Embu, poorly attended. And at the day the president was having a big party in Nyanza, Mount Kenya is a big storm. And you know what is happening? Two things. The reports that a section of MCAs were already being facilitated to come up with an impeachment motion against the governor. The governor is also the UDA party chairperson. It's understandable. And the reports are coming that she's not been reporting and she's skipped some critical meeting of the UDA party. The UDA party is supposed now to conduct grassroots elections, and she's been an absentee in the party. The second aspect is also her succession. In 2027, there's a likelihood that UDA might not give her the ticket because of being accused of being unpopular. And that is why she's lashing out at Kindiki. But this, apart from it, this is exposing what I've been saying here. The money that was given to Kithure Kindiki to go to that place is going to cause more divisions. And in fact, this is what Mbarire is referring to. 2 days ago, Kindiki made an impromptu tour in Embu town. And if you look at this photo, one person missing there is the Embu governor. So I want to imagine the deputy president visiting your county and you are not involved. That he made that impromptu meeting and held a meeting with some NGAF officials allegedly about insecurity. So the meeting that they're being referred to was actually made, and of course there have been some instances of insecurity in Embu. So the complaint was about that insecurity. But when the deputy governor went there, when the deputy president went there, he went there, convened meeting a section of some people and some officials there, but the governor was left out. And that is why the governor is lashing.
Wakiongozwa na timu yetu ya hapa ya county. Na nimesikiza pande zote mbili. Na nimeagiza leo ya kwamba ule chifu alikuwa amesimamishwa arudi kazini. Nyinyi mnajua huyo chifu? Mnajua huyo chifu? Huyo chifu anaitwa nani? Huyo chifu anaitwa nani? Nimeagiza huyo chifu arudi kazi leo, sio kesho. Lakini nataka mnisikize. Lakini well, relax. Already the instruction is given. Yeah? Hakuna haja ya drama. Mmesikia? Chief Kamau arudi kazini leo. Sio imeisha. Si deputy president ametoa amri. Si deputy president ametoa amri. What I want to tell public servants working here. Nyinyi mujikaze na kufanya kazi yenu ya kulinda wananchi na kufanya kazi ya kuchunga mambo ya maendeleo na mambo ya wananchi. Mambo ya siasa mukae kando. Mungetaka maafisa wetu waingie katika siasa? Mungetaka watumiwe na watu ya siasa? Hata sisi watu ambao tuko serikalini, we don't want to misuse our chiefs, our county commissioners, our police officers to do politics, because when we do that, we undermine the rule of law and destroy the stability of our country. Mumesikia? So huyo chief nimesema arudi kazi, lakini ashughulike na mambo ya usalama ya wananchi, na wanasiasa wasianze kujemelea hivi, wafanye kazi. Any public who take part in party action will be taken against them.
Out at Kithure Kindiki. I have been saying, and some people accuse me as a prophet of doom, that from day one I've been doubting the capacity, the political capacity of the Deputy President Kithure Kindiki to bring Mount Kenya together. And of course my doubts are being vindicated. Remember, this is a big outcry. And it is a big outcry because even in Kirinyaga, the DP led what he called an empowerment forum. And the governor, Anne Waiguru, skipped those meetings. Go and check those photos. You will see the governor missed the empowerment programs in Kirinyaga. The same happened in Tetu, Nyeri County, and also the same happened in Murang'a County. It's only in Naivasha that Susan Kihiga attended the empowerment forums, those empowerment meetings. But Murang'a County, Irungu Kang'ata was not present, and both in Kirinyaga County. Of course, I believe that the governor can still be talking because she's also facing popularity issues. Because remember, in 2027, it is not only also about what other people are thinking or what the plots is talking about, but it's also largely more about also what she has delivered. Kindiki is having squabbles, and this is not the first time. Remember, some time earlier, and of course last year in December, Kindiki, and that was in January this year, Kindiki attacked Mbarire, and she asked Mbarire that why should she continue being the chairperson of the ruling party if the president can be heckled in her county. Indirectly, Kindiki was trying to blame the governor for what had happened in Embu, and that was after the president was heckled in Embu. So this was a factor, this was a matter that brought a lot of troubles. Now, I believe, yes, politics is about strategy and looking for what can work for you where, but contrary to an objective of the president that Kindiki is supposed to bring Mount Kenya together, Kindiki is not going to bring that. But before I delve more into that, let me just take you back to UDA headquarters. Do you know that the Secretary General of the ruling party, Hassan Omar, has been dodging media interviews to defend the government? And I want to give you a good example. I wanted to compare Edwin Sifuna. There is a statement that Edwin Sifuna, the ODM SG, has been saying, and the ODM Secretary General has been saying that according to the document that they were signed, there were some 10-point agendas, and that is what he will use to approve or rather disapprove the merit of the working relationship between ODM and UDA. Now, television, TV producers have been seeking a feedback or a counter statement from the UDA Secretary General, and Hassan Omar has been lukewarm. If you talk to people in the corridors, this is a big corridor talk, that despite of him being the Secretary General of the party, he's not been coming in public to defend government policies or rather to defend what Kenya Kwanza administration is doing. And that's a big sign that also within the party, even those who are supposed to hold that party are not there. I've been saying, and I agree with those who are saying, apart from political crowds that are gathered, apart from the deals that are being made, the biggest nightmare also waiting the president is which party he will use. Because the shell of the party known as the UDA is not something that you'll be able to depend on. The second other factor in this is the money that has been given to Kindiki and now MPs. And remember, let me tell you, even these MPs that are donating money in those events, someone should not lie to you that they're giving their own money. No. That is money coming from the same pot, and before they go to an event, people are given their shares. Say you'll pay so, you'll give 50, you give 100. Don't be fooled that all that is money that MPs are just giving voluntarily. There's nothing like voluntarily. They're choosing specific, and that is why you'll see some specific people. You will always see Osoro in those events. Kwani in 1 week, Osoro is giving money in Kisii, in Mount Kenya, in Kisii, in Mount Kenya, even all those. Do you want to tell me that someone just withdrawing his salary or is income yeye akipeana tu sasa yeye ndio anapeana? No. That is money coming from the same pocket, and that money has caused the trouble. So sometimes it is not bad to be strategic, and we might really have to think around this. The Mount Kenya axis is going to be very complex, because today Rigathi was attacking the MPs for hanging around the president without some tangible impact on the people.
Peleka polisi, wengine napeleka Australia kufanya kazi. Vijana yetu anampatia pesa, muwapatie watupe mawe. Nyinyi ni wajinga kiasi gani? How foolish are you, members of parliament from this region? William Ruto is laughing at you. The people from his community, he takes them to the military, to the police, to NYS, to KRA. Lakini watoto wa mlima, chukueni, wapatie pesa, watupe mawe. Wapige viongozi yao. Wakimaliza na hiyo kupigana, wachukue hiyo pesa wakakunywa nini? when the history of this community is written, the members of parliament from this community will have a whole chapter of the most foolish leaders ever elected in the Mount Kenya region. William Ruto akimwambia kwenda kupitisha finance bill, mnaenda mnapitisha. Akimwambia ni mbaya, mnasema yesa. Akimwambia kwenda fukuza deputy president, mnaenda mnafukuza. Akimwambia nendeni mpige kanisa mawe, mnaenda mnapiga. You are an embarrassment to the people of this region. And I cannot fathom just how stupid a leader can be. That tunaweza pewa pesa na Ruto kwenda kutuma vijana ndani ya kanisa. It is very embarrassing to us as a people, as a community. Nyinyi muendelee tu, mtakutana na hawa wananchi.
So bad. And to tell you that Madaraka Day was not a good one, in Trans Nzoia, there was an attempt to read the president's speech during the Madaraka Day celebration, and immediately the Ngao officers people started walking out.
Asante sana ndugu yangu Samson Uchon, hotuba ya mheshimiwa George Natembea. Kwanza kabisa nataka kuwaomba wananchi, najua tumekaa zaidi, muweze kupatia muda, msitoke. Wafanyikazi wote wa serikali kuu na serikali ya utawala za sheria
and that walking away, and that was done while Natembea was not there. Now, this is a region that in the last couple of weeks have had troubles with the national government because of how they were treating Natembea. Look at Trans Nzoia. And that is why even the other video that I analyzed, I said, it is not easy. On a matter of consolidating the vote, it will take more than the crowds. There is a significant team, there is a significant impact that a political party that a president uses to vie adds. There's the value of also the political party. The UDA party is in scrambles because of infighting. And I can tell you there were areas, even to Nairobi to date, the party elections of the party chairman in Nairobi has never been done. Here, there are several cards under play. And I think one of them is the fact that someone wants to make sure that Cecil Mbarire is not the UDA chairperson. And I want to tell you why. Because Kindiki is also feeling insecure of different centers of influence. Kindiki wants to take over as the deputy party leader and will not want to have a share of influence with Karenda. Why Mbarire outburst, interpretation of Mbarire outburst shows this. Number one, the billions around Kindiki that are supposed to bring back the people to the mountain are actually dividing them more. What is causing all this is the money that Kindiki is having. And people are now setting up camps. That is where those who are privileged are now using the share of influence around Kindiki to make such moves. The other observation is this. There is a by-election in Mbarire. There is a by-election in Mbarire. If the president is not careful, two things are going to happen. UDA party is most likely going to lose that seat. They're most likely going to lose in that by-election if they're not careful. Number two, that by-election might occasion the ground fallout of UDA in Embu. And but 3, that by-election will also show the president that the plan to merge, to probably get Mount Kenya East, if Rigathi successful goes with the other one, is there. The outburst and the fallout at UDA can also be seen as a sign that several other leaders have started feeling the pressure from the ground, and they are also looking for exit strategies to join the Rigathi camp. You cannot underestimate that. Sometimes you need to, but it will be too late, because I know that Manyata MP Mukunji is eyeing for the governor's ticket. Ruto is abandoning the UDA members and propping up new aspirants because the ground is hostile. He's already known that the same UDA faces are very unpopular. So he could still be using this strategy to prop up those new aspirants with money. Money, that people that can pour money on the ground, and through that will be the only strategy of converting, of getting, of reaping some votes. So that if you get popular aspirants and you prop up those aspirants to be around you, through that you will not deny Rigathi Gachagua camp very popular, moneyed aspirants. And that is why I feel what is happening is, even as we talk about the national unity, the party is not united around the president. Thank you.